Hi, it's Amy, and I'm back. I'm sorry it took me so long since my last recording. I think it is now day 24 for me doing the 80-10-10 raw diet. Things are going really well. I'm happy to report. I've survived 2 Halloween parties recently, and it went great. I went out with a close girlfriend. It was a Halloween party slash birthday party, and I really didn't miss the alcohol at all. I offered to be the designated driver that night and had a really good time watching all of the other drunk people around me. It was actually kind of entertaining and amusing. And I certainly did not miss waking up the next morning feeling crummy and tired. So it went really well. What else is going on? I have had my ups and downs, of course. I've realized that in the past I've, most of the time been eating pretty crummy and, would maybe have a handful or two of fruit in a week. So I always, being diabetic, stayed away from fruits, thinking, oh, it's so much sugar, it's so sweet. Carbs are bad, low carb. Well, I found myself last week, I did have a little slip up and ate a couple handfuls of some chips, and I started putting it into perspective and realizing that in the past I'd have my 2 handfuls of fruit a week and crap the rest of the time. And so if in the past week I ate really good and healthy the majority of the time, happened to have 2 handfuls of crap, well, that's a really major step in the right direction. So not the end of the world. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. The main reason, or the main thing I'd like to focus on today is getting to the food that I have been eating. And I've taken some photos, and so I'm going to try to, hopefully I'll be able to figure out how to do this, but I'm going to insert them here and just tell you my typical day. Most days I start off in the morning with a huge smoothie. I've put a can next to this one to show you how large a smoothie I'm typically eating for breakfast. Now this one is frozen pineapple blended with oranges, and I also really like frozen pineapple blended with young Thai coconut water. And although I don't have pictures of these, I'd like to mention my 2 other favorites, which are frozen blueberries blended with bananas and cinnamon, and finally frozen mango blended with bananas and spinach. Now for lunch, I try to do lots of fruit. Here I have a large bowl of mango with lime juice squeezed over it. I also often just eat maybe about 8 to 10 pears, apples, or bananas. And if I happen to go out to lunch, I'll do a smoothie beforehand and then eat a salad at the restaurant. Now for dinner, I again try to always start with fruit. Here I have a soup that I make by blending 2 apples, 2 pears, about a cup of raisins, and sprinkle cinnamon on top. Another thing I might start off with is banana pudding, which I make by blending about 4 to 5 bananas and a little bit of vanilla in my food processor. I have to add that my kids really love this one and have been asking for it a lot lately. The main course is a pizza stew, and it contains approximately 2 tomatoes, a large cucumber, half a yellow bell pepper, about 2 big romaine heads of lettuce, some sun-dried tomatoes, scallions, raw agave nectar, and a jalapeno. This one is a sweet and spicy Thai stew and contains a couple of tomatoes, a couple of zucchini, a couple of scallions, about 8 to 9 large stalks of celery, a red bell pepper, some fresh ginger, basil, cilantro, raw agave syrup, a jalapeno, and some dulse flakes, and then of course a lot more fresh cilantro sprinkled on top. This happens to be one of my absolute favorite main dishes. The stews are really a great alternative to just eating simply a gigantic salad. It's a great way to get lots of greens in, and to me just seems a lot heartier than a salad. And then the last thing I just want to mention is that I will be having my next HbA1c test done on November 15th. So I will hopefully record before then, but just to let you know that's coming up, and I'm expecting and hoping that my HbA1c number will go down, hopefully even into the normal range. This is an estimate of how my blood sugar control has been over the past 2 to 3 months, and even though it hasn't even been a month for me on this new diet, I do expect an improvement. Ideally, I want to get it into the normal range, so I will report back and let you know how it goes. Until then, goodbye.